Why did the most popular girl in school destroy her own life? Then last Friday, everything exploded when Harper's dad showed up during lunch with 2 police officers, and they went straight to the principal's office. 20 minutes later, they came out with Harper's phone and laptop in evidence bags, and Harper herself nowhere to be found. Someone saw her running through the parking lot that morning like something was chasing her. That afternoon, the police were at Harper's house, and neighbors heard her mom screaming, "She's just a child. She didn't know what she was seeing. This can't be happening." I found Harper hiding in the old equipment shed behind the football field where nobody ever goes, and she looked at me with hollow eyes and said the one thing I'll never forget. "My father isn't who you think he is, and tomorrow morning everyone will know what he's been doing in our basement for the past 5 years." Then she stood up and walked toward the woods behind the school. My feet stayed frozen to the ground while Harper got smaller and smaller between the trees, until she completely disappeared. My hands shook so bad I could barely get my phone out of my pocket. I started dialing 911 but stopped because what was I supposed to say? That the most popular girl in the school said something weird about her dad's basement before walking into the woods? The whole thing felt like some crazy dream, but Harper's words kept repeating in my head about what her father had been doing for 5 years. I turned and ran back toward the main building, my legs feeling like jelly. The parking lot was mostly empty since it was after 4. I burst through the side doors and almost crashed right into Tristan Lynn, who was coming out of the bathroom. He grabbed my shoulders to steady me, and his eyes went wide when he saw my face. I started talking so fast the words tumbled over each other about finding Harper in the shed, and what she said about her father and the basement. Tristan's face changed from confused to shocked to scared as I kept talking. He pulled me down the hallway toward the guidance office where the lights were still on. Janice McGuire was at her desk typing something when we practically fell through her door. She looked up and immediately stood when she saw our faces. Tristan helped me explain everything while I tried to catch my breath. Janice wrote down every word I said about Harper hiding in the shed, and what she told me about her father. She asked me exactly when this happened, and if Harper said anything else specific. She asked about Harper's behavior the past few weeks, and I told her about the missing persons posters and the DNA searches and everything else. Janice picked up her phone and said she had to make a mandatory report right away, even though we didn't have much proof. She dialed the state abuse hotline while we sat there listening to her give Harper's full name and home address. She requested an immediate welfare check and explained Harper might be in danger. She hung up and called the local police station next to report Harper as a possible runaway or missing person. Within an hour, 2 police cars pulled up to the school, and Detective Christopher Garza walked into Janice's office. He was younger than I expected with kind eyes but a serious face. He asked me to repeat everything Harper said word for word. He wrote it all down in a small notebook and asked about Harper's mental state, and if she'd ever made claims like this before. He explained they needed more than just Harper's statement to get a warrant for her father's basement. He said they'd check the house, but without probable cause, they couldn't search specific areas. Janice gave him copies of all her notes from the past month about Harper's concerning behavior. Detective Garza left his card and said to call immediately if Harper contacted any of us. Tristan and I went back to my house and I couldn't eat dinner. I stayed up all night making a timeline on my laptop of everything weird Harper had done since winter break. Tristan came back over around 10 with his laptop and helped me organize all the screenshots people had saved. We found 12 different people who had pieces of Harper's deleted video saved. We put together screen recordings of her Instagram deletion spree and photos of her locker with the missing persons posters. Tristan found posts from other students talking about Harper's strange questions and behavior.